wave. Yeah, but anyway, so for some reason I thought that this whole ordeal lasted longer than it did, but it didn't. So Insec is just not even getting here, and the KT bullets basically just have to give away the Baron. That's what happens, and no steal for the bullets. And then Blaze have Baron. So for the next few minutes, and I'm not going to show the next few minutes because they didn't actually do as much with it as they should have. But like this is more like KT bullets aren't going to do anything for the next 4 minutes while Baron is on the CJ Blaze team. Even though Insec has teleport, he's really not going to be able to do much with it. So finally, quite a few minutes later, after the Baron respawns, I believe it's the Baron respawn. No, Baron has not quite respawned yet, but it's going to soon. So first of all, he just wants to push out this top lane because Flame is pushing the top lane, and he wants to deal with Flame while the rest of his team is grouped. Because normally you would actually want to push the bottom. Normally pushing the bottom creates a larger advantage because if the bottom inhibitor is down or if there's minion pressure on the bottom, that's as far away from Baron as it gets. So any team that's going to deal with the minion pressure on bottom is going to basically give away Baron. Unless they have teleport. But right now the KT bullets just wanted to have some control around Baron. Kind of makes sense. Especially since Blaze was a little more spread out. And then right now they're actually going to send Insec bottom to go split push that. But still, it's going to be a little bit because right now the minion wave is way down here. It's going to be a little bit before he's putting any decent pressure on the map. So CJ Blaze has still got a little bit of time to try and force something before Insec comes in there. If he does come in there, and it's a 5v5, it's not like, this minion wave is pushing up to them. But it actually doesn't last long. Like, CJ Blaze are pretty quick to pull that trigger, which was a good play by them. And pretty soon here we're going to see the 5v5 fight. So they're just clearing out the pink ward. They don't actually get it because they don't want to be in that brush and die. So he gets a little time to push there. Daydream takes a little bit of damage, nothing too serious, and CJ Blaze finally get the opportunity to aggressively push this tower, and Insect's like, no, you ain't gonna do that. So they do get the tower, but what you'll notice is where Insect teleported in, and he's Mundo, so he's like super tanky. He wants to be in this front line doing a lot. They're all going to focus him because he's right here in the front. He's like the only thing for them to focus. And they blow like... this was not smart by CJ Blaze. I really think they actually could have won this game. But they blow everything on Insec just because he teleported in at the right spot. And so, like, now they have nothing. And Insec is still alive. And they're going to turn around and win the fight. And eventually that allows them to pick up Baron. So Kakal's like still chasing. He is thirsty for blood. And the bullets, do they push the mid or do they just take the Baron? I think they just take the Baron. That seems like a bullets decision. Because, oh look, really good respawn timing. This is what happens when you keep timers. You get to take things right as they spawn. So like CJ Blaze, obviously they have 2 members down. There's nothing they're going to do about this. At all. They are definitely not going to do anything about this. And even like the explosive cast just to keep Daydream off, make sure he can't smite. And then eventually Baron actually kills Mafa. Or is that Mata? It's Mafa. I always get those two confused. So they get the Baron. Yay! KT bullets are finally in a commanding position in this game. So they don't do much with the Baron. They do a little bit, but let's be honest, CJ Blaze had a lead at that point. So then, I love this decision actually by the bullets. They're finally like in control of the game, at least a little bit, enough for them to make this play. But they send their entire team bottom to actually push out the wave, and what that means is that Insec can actually pressure with teleport. His teleport's up because I think he's only used it like 3 times this game. Yeah. So he's finally able to split push the bottom and actually put pressure down while the rest of his team puts pressure elsewhere, which is what he's supposed to do. And it's all because they used a little bit of what I like to call teamwork. So, like, look, he's putting pressure on this tower. The CJ Blaze has to deal with him. And they do. So, Flame goes down there to deal with Insec. And this is a dangerous situation for CJ Blades because they've got Kakao and Ryu and Mafa on Leona and Gragas and Riven. And those are champions that are very good at setting up picks, and they can very quickly kill a champion if they set their minds to it. So, like, having a numbers disadvantage, which they do because Insect can teleport, and having a numbers disadvantage is really dangerous for them. And let's actually skip forward just a little bit to see how this game finally ends. So, like, the Bullets are actually aggressively putting pressure on the map. Like, this is awesome. This is the first opportunity they get to do that. And Insec is in this bottom lane. He's been pushed back by Flame because Flame pushes faster. But the thing is, at this point, CJ Blaze are actually making a little bit of a mistake because like, the only way Flame can cancel Insect's teleport is with his ultimate. And if he doesn't have that, he can't really participate in a team fight very effectively. So this teleport comes in, which doesn't even get cancelled. And look where Flame is. He's way over here. Oh my gosh, this is bad. So all they have to do is catch somebody, and they do. And Insec even, like, flashes just to get into the back line and be a nuisance. And so they, like, Flame's still here. Flame's still not a part of this fight. This is a 5v4. Definitely in favor of the KT Bullets. They get that first kill. Flame's still not there. They get the second